Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I'm Demetria. I'm a content creator, blogger, and podcaster. And on this channel, I talk about entrepreneurship, productivity, and self-care. If you like what you see at the end of this video, I would love for you to go ahead and hit that bell and subscribe. I'm going to be talking about things that will help you with your goal setting this year. So it's a brand new year, and as I'm recording this, it is the first day of February 2022, and some of us have really been crunching goals and planning them and mapping them out already and getting started back in January, which was the last 4 weeks. And then if you're watching this later on throughout the year, you might have already started working on some of your goals. But I'm here on this video for those of you who are still thinking about what goals you need to create for the year so that you have something to work towards before the year is over. So never fear, it's never too late, whether it's February, March, April, or May. It doesn't matter what month it is, it's never too late to start goal planning. So that is my starting point for you, is not to be worried that you're too late in the game because January is over. All right, so that's the first thing. Secondly, I wanted to share with you why I think goal planning is important. Goal setting is so important for our mentality, for how we believe things are going to go for the year. And if you can plan to succeed, then you won't plan to fail. So let's plan to have something in action this year. A couple of reasons why goal setting is super good for us is because it boosts your confidence. You're going to feel so much more confident when you have something written down in a notebook. I'm going to show you guys my notebook. It is pretty plain Jane right now. I've got this notebook. I think my husband got it from his job or something. I'm not sure, but I love that it's a leather bound, and so it feels good in my hands. And I always like working with journals and notebooks that feel good textually, and it's just a plain notebook. So as you can see, just blank pages, but I get to be creative and fill them up how I like to. So that keeps me from having anything too structured that boxes me in. I just like to have blank pages, and I like to label my page for the day and what my goals are for the day. So it very much boosts your confidence when you have goals, because once you've written down some of your goals, you start to feel encouraged that you really can do this. Once it's written down, you make it plain. Write it down, make it plain, make it visible for you so that you can see your goals every single day. So it boosts your confidence. Goal setting gives you a long-term vision, so you're able to see kind of what's going to happen over the course of the year, or what you would like to see happening. And then it also gives you short-term motivation. So you have a long haul, viewpoint of how you want to be successful this year and what you need to do to accomplish that. But then you have the short-term motivation. So these are the smaller goals and the subtasks and everything that falls underneath those larger goals, things that you have to do to put into action. And it gives you extra motivation to do those things because you're reaching that long-term goal. So those are the reasons for goal setting, and how you should go about doing it really is up to your personality. It's up to you and how you feel best to approach it. But I have a way that I do it. I'm going to share with you. The first thing I do is reflection. So reflection for me is looking back on my past year or 2 years, preferably 1 year. I look back on the past year and see, what have I accomplished that I really appreciate that I did, things that I'm proud of that I accomplished. And then I write that down because I do want to celebrate. Reflection and celebration go hand in hand. So if you did something that is celebration worthy, then you should take note of it and celebrate yourself and be happy for your accomplishments. But there are also things that I wanted to do that I did not do last year, that I wanted to accomplish that I did not accomplish because I just didn't put my focus on those things the way I had intended to or hoped to. So whatever the reasoning is, life and activities and getting busy and maybe just whatever the situation is, I just didn't get around to those things. But this year, I would love to accomplish those things that I put on hold last year or the year before. So reflection is the first step. Is you really need to think about what your year looked like last year and what worked for you and what didn't, and take note of those things, and anything that didn't work, release it and let it go. Let it go. And if it didn't serve you, then you don't want to bring that into the current year. So that's the first thing: reflection, celebration, and releasing. The next thing you want to do is visualize. So this is where in your mind's eye, you see where you want to go. And that takes a little time. Like I said, the reflection part is really important, because once you've reflected on how things went for you last year or didn't go well for you last year, it will give you a better idea about what you actually want to visualize for this year. So do the reflection part first. That's kind of your foundation, and then move on to your visualization. Visualizing is simply seeing what it is that you want to accomplish this year and picturing yourself accomplishing those things. So you've got to see yourself in a position that you're not in right now. And that takes a little bit of creativity on your part. And it also takes some confidence to see yourself somewhere that you're not at the moment. And you have to believe that it's possible for you and that you can get there. That's the thing. So if you don't think it's possible, if you don't think you're going to be able to accomplish it, you will probably not want to visualize it. Once you get past the idea that the mental block that you cannot achieve something, then you'll be able to allow yourself to visualize yourself there. And then you will be able to visualize yourself doing the things that you always wanted to do and accomplishing those goals. And it's going to be able to flow for you. You'll find doors opening for you and things getting a little bit easier this year, because you allow yourself to see yourself in that position. Okay, once you visualized it, you haven't finished yet. You now have to set goals and work on those goals. This is the action part. So setting the goals is easier than doing the tasks associated with setting those goals. But you do have to get those goals down. So once you visualize where you want to go, what will it take for you to get to that point? You got to map it out. You've got to write down all the steps that it takes to get there. And then I want you to write down your goals in terms of categories. So in a previous video, I talked about my 4 quadrants, my life quadrants, and you can go back and watch that video. I'll put it up for you to see and leave a link below. The video is talking about my New Year's resolutions, or how I'm going about creating spaces in my life and categories in my life in order to meet those goals. So you can either use the life quadrants analogy, or you can just have a couple of different categories of your life. And I'll give some examples. So there's your physical life. So what would you like to do differently in your goals this year to take care of yourself physically? Spiritually could be one. Your home life could be another. And also your happiness goals, or creativity / happiness. I kind of call that sort of my soul, but whatever you want to call it, completely up to you. But there are these different facets of our lives, right? And so once you've written down goals for each of those, it's going to help you to see actually where you want to be a year from now. So for example, one of my goals is physically to be healthier, to take better care of my body, to eat less sugar, to eat actually absolutely less sugar, almost to the point of no sugar, and to eat a more plant-based diet. So I'm going to be exercising about 4 times a week. I've already started on that this past couple of weeks. And just really taking care of my physical body. Some of my goals for my happiness or creativity would be regarding business and also leisure. So with leisure, I love just watching documentaries and learning about life from other perspectives culturally. And so you can watch my video about that again, and I share more about what I'm trying to do in each quadrant of my life. But one big thing for me is business, and that makes me really happy. I really enjoy working business. I really enjoy the the setup of online business and helping other people to set up their online businesses. So I just find it so fascinating that what you can create with an online business and how it can change lives. I'm really excited. I'm really jazzed about helping other solopreneurs and business moms and creative entrepreneurs figure out how to put their content strategy together and actually make money online. And that excites me. So that's one of my goals this year, is to make sure I grow my business as I help other people grow their businesses. So all of this is something that you have to figure out what are you passionate about and what is it that you want to accomplish this year, and write that down. Then you want to prioritize your goals. So make sure you put them in the order that's important to you. You have your categories, and maybe some categories are a bit more important than others. So figure out which ones are more important and make sure when you map that out on your annual planner or your calendar, that those goals that are very important to you, that you are placing them on your calendar as far as those tasks associated with those goals, that they're on your calendar frequently so that you're hitting those goals more regularly and more often. So you pace out those goals so that you're able to achieve more in those particular areas. And that was my last tip for you, actually, was basically to plan out how you're going to meet those goals. So you definitely have to map it out. And as I show you on a lot of my videos, my calendar behind me is one way I map out my short-term goals, but my long-term goals, I map them out on my Google Calendar, which I'm thinking about switching to a different calendar system. And I am working on actually getting something like, just a regular journal and calendar, maybe kind of combined. I'm looking for something really cool. And if I don't find exactly what I'm looking for, I will probably create my own. So that works for me too. But I like the month-to-month glance. And I also like to look at the year, so I can put everything out there and just kind of do like a brain dump and map everything out. So that is my goal setting tips for you for this year. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, again, thumbs up on the video and subscribe to this channel so that you can know what's going on every week. Make sure you hit the bell, because I do have videos weekly to help solopreneurs with your online business strategies, and I'm really excited about that. All right, and that's it for now. If you haven't already, drop by my website, demetriazinga.com. I do have a gift for you there. Currently, what I'm giving away is a digital products kit. It's absolutely free. It is a workbook and an audio that teaches you why and the different ways on how you can create digital products so that you can sell them for profit. So this is a free product for you. It's called the Create Digital Products Kit. Create Your Digital Products Kit. And you can come to my website and pick that up. It is free. And once again, demetriazinga.com. And I'll leave that link below. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.